My parents didn't see me for 8 years until my uncle revealed my $1.5 million secret. The engagement party was in full swing at the Riverside Ballroom. 200 guests, clinking champagne glasses, and my sister Brooke paraded her engagement ring like it was the crown jewel of the night. Every detail, from the jeweler to the rings cut, was met with pride-filled questions from our parents, who seemed more like gemologists than family. I hovered by the bar, sipping my wine, offering polite congratulations when necessary, and otherwise fading into the background. Then Uncle James arrived, apologizing for his flight delay. Unlike other family members, he had stayed connected with me over the years despite living thousands of miles away. He greeted me warmly, hugged Brooke, then looked directly at me. "Sophia, it's so good to see you. How's life in that $1.5 million house you bought?" The room froze. Champagne glasses paused midair, Brooke's smile faltered, and my parents' faces turned pale. The question hung in the air, shattering the carefully curated illusion of the evening. For years, I had been invisible to my parents while Brooke's life was treated as the family spectacle. Now, the truth about my life was finally surfacing. I calmly explained the house on Sterling Heights I had purchased years ago, the mortgage I paid off, and the financial decisions I made that no one had noticed. My parents were stunned. My mother's hand flew to her throat, and my father's expression suggested he'd been struck. Uncle James nodded approvingly, acknowledging the smart financial moves I had quietly executed. The revelation went further. My signing bonus, current salary, and stock options, all part of the life I had built through dedication and intelligence. Guests whispered as my family struggled to reconcile the image they had of me with the reality. Brooke's engagement ring suddenly seemed small in comparison. The details kept coming. I outlined my rental properties, income, and real estate equity. Uncle James highlighted the growth of my assets, and my parents struggled to absorb the numbers. By the end of the conversation, they realized my total net worth exceeded $3 million, and that much of it was quietly invested and growing. The shock was compounded when my work in oncology research came to light. Over a dozen patents, breakthrough cancer treatment, keynote presentations, international recognition. My parents' disbelief turned to emotional overwhelm. For years, they had assumed I was less successful than Brooke simply because I did not broadcast my achievements. The silence in the room was absolute. Their assumptions were shattered, and the reality of my accomplishments was undeniable. I calmly reminded them that they had chosen not to see me for years. Every family gathering had focused on Brooke, while my successes were dismissed or ignored. Uncle James's support highlighted the contrast. He had watched and acknowledged my growth over time. I left the party, choosing to honor my sister's celebration while stepping back from the judgment of those who never truly knew me. Alone in my home, I reflected on the life I had built. A $1.5 million house, a meaningful career, financial independence, and work that saved lives. I had achieved everything without approval or recognition from those who mattered least. Tonight, clarity replaced frustration. I realized that my accomplishments were mine, undeniable, and complete, proof that being unseen for years had never limited my potential. Success isn't about being noticed, it's about quietly building your life. And sometimes, the truth speaks louder than years of ignorance. If you enjoyed the story, make sure to subscribe, hit the like button, and share it with your friends. Your support helps us bring more powerful real-life stories to you.